Hey, welcome back to the Astrology of Things. I'm your host and certified astrologer, Sheena, and I am back with the Pluto transiting Aquarius series where I talk about how Pluto's transit through Aquarius will impact you based on your rising sign. And today I am focusing on Cancer rising signs. So, if you have Cancer on your ascendant cusp, this video is for you. It doesn't matter what degree Cancer is on your ascendant, it will still apply to you. So even if you have 29 degrees there, this video is for you. So Pluto has been transiting Aquarius since 2023, and it will be transiting Aquarius up until 2044. So when Pluto first entered Aquarius, there was a brief period where Pluto went retrograde back into Capricorn and then direct back into Aquarius. So we'll experience that when Pluto transits into Pisces in 2043 and back into Aquarius up until 2044. So, you can see overall this is about a 21 year transit. So this is going to be a very slow transit. So the things that I talk about today will happen slowly over time. And it's probably hard for you to even see any changes thus far. So for you, Cancer rising, Pluto will be transiting your 8th house in your chart. So your 8th house is over here. All right. So in your chart, Pluto rules your 10th house. And Aries is on your 10th house cusp. So in my personal practice, I attribute Pluto as the ruler of Aries. So this is a very unconventional approach from other astrologers. So I do want to note that. But that's important to know, as you need to know what zodiac sign Pluto rules in order to know why Pluto is impacting whatever house it's transiting. So, Pluto, your 10th house ruler, will be taking its baggage, its luggage, and it will be moving through your 8th house. So, your 10th house is a public domain. It represents your public image, your reputation, your social status, legacy, accomplishments, honors, and even represents your mother. And some examples of derived house meanings. This house could represent your job's headquarters or your job's physical location, and it could represent your significant other's residence if you two are not officially married. And the 8th house is the house that represents your shared resources. So this includes any debts and loans that you have, as well as your taxes, but it also includes any inheritances that you receive. This house also represents your capacity for intimacy on a one-to-one basis, as well as any deep emotional burdens and themes such as shame, guilt, and embarrassment, things that have a big impact on how we value ourselves, as this is the house that is opposing our self-worth and value. All right, so in this transit, a change in your public image, social status, or a change in who you are employed with will initiate a new beginning or change in your shared resources. So this could be a change in who you are employed with. Maybe it's a change in your social status, which could involve going from single to married or married to divorced. It could mean you make a big accomplishment or receive an honorary award. But, you know, this particular transit can play out in so many ways depending on your personal natal chart and how Pluto is aspected in your chart and what planets Pluto aspects and the dignity and debility of those planets. So there's so many different factors that can, be involved with this, but I'm speaking about this transit in a general manner. So again, this could play out in so many ways, but let's say, for some examples, let's say that you get a new job with a different employer. This, of course, your salary is going to change, but let's say it changes significantly, whether that's going increasing or decreasing. Either way, that's going to change how you may be taxed and or change what forms you need to file for your taxes. As far as your social status, let's say you're getting married, and a big part of marriage is the merging of those assets, unless you have a specific prenuptial agreement. So this is going to change your shared resources, the resources you're sharing with your partner. And let's say vice versa. Let's say you're getting a divorce. So your assets or your shared resources are most likely going to be impacted and will be divvied up between you and your former partner. So this doesn't have to be limited to marriage or marriage contracts. This could apply to business contracts or partnerships, or it could even involve any legal matters or a change in terms of a legal battle. But let's say, you're going under a business partnership, and I'll consider that as buying a house. So you're working with a company to, take out a loan so that you can buy a house and have a mortgage. So that business contract is representing the mortgage or the loan you're taking out to buy that house, and representing that commitment that you have to pay that loan back. So that business, the core of that business contract is the part that's impacting your shared resources. Or we could look at this from the perspective of your mother. So the 10th house is the house of your mother as well. So this could reflect, a change happening with your mother where she's coming in to ask you for assistance. So maybe you need to dip into debt in order to help her out, or vice versa. Maybe she's coming in to help you out with your debt in some shape or form. So, aside from the financial implications that could arise from this transit, any of the matters mentioned can also contribute to shame, guilt, or embarrassment, causing challenges with how you see your value and worry about how others see and perceive you. So, let's say, for example, you are in some sort of legal battle, and the result of that legal battle could lead to shame, guilt, embarrassment, and worry. So be on the lookout for things like that as well, because this house, the 8th house, can be, again, emotionally heavy. Overall, You'll see a complete change in your shared resources and or a change in how people view you and your worth over the next 20 years. So any changes in that area may be hard to see right now because it's just the beginning of this transit. But as Pluto transits further into Aquarius, you will have a better view of what is happening, and the themes will begin to be more apparent to you. And even much more so when Pluto is in its retrograde periods, I think you'll also have a better sense of some of the themes that are coming up. Pluto actually just went retrograde, I think, May 5th or May 4th. I can't quite remember. But I wish you, Cancer rising, the best of luck during this transit. Feel free to come back to this video and let us know how this transit is going for you.